expert, Grant Cardone.
New York Times best-selling author.
Has founded up to 14 companies now and growing still.
Money won't make you happy, folks. Poverty won't get you anything. He's an international speaker to speak about motivation, leadership, entrepreneurship, and finance. The man, Uncle G, Mr. Grant Cardone. How many of you believe you could actually be a millionaire? We're going to teach you how to do. How many believe you could make $1 million, not in 20 years, which is what most people make? That's $50,000 a year. Okay? 20 years, 50 grand, $1 million bucks. That's what most people will do in their lifetime. You're going to make a millionaire. You're going to make $1 million. What I'm going to try to do here is I'm going to try to crunch the time. And rather than doing it in 20 years, I'm going to actually build a business that allows me to do it in 1 year. Now, I understand if you're working tables right now, you're waiting to a contractor, you're doing dentists, you're like, bro, there's no way. I can't make $1 million. Not in the vehicle you're in right now. But again, you're saying I can't before you even investigate how you could. Why? Because you got problems. This is your mind, okay? This is your, no, this is not your mind. This is your mind right here. And this is why you're so unhappy, because you got this stack of shit on your head, okay? Garbage. I can't do it, man. I'm a doctor, man. I'm already overworked. I'm a plumber, man. I'm busting my ass all day. People are stealing from me. Nobody pays me enough. The government gets me health insurance. People let me down. This is all like encumbered here, so you can't think about, but how could I do that? How could I? Okay, you want to write this down. But how could I? Rather than, yeah, but, how about how could I do it? Like people tell me all the time, there's no way you're going to meet 8 billion people. Okay, but how could I? How could I do it? This is what Elon asked. All right, I know it's going to be tough to go to Mars, but how could we go to Mars? What would it take for us to get there? Okay, what rocket would get there? How much fuel would we need? Not I don't have it. Okay, this is how I built my whole real estate career. I own 12,000 apartments, $4 billion worth of real estate. I just kept asking myself, but how could I? I didn't have any money, no credit, no know-how. I didn't know how to start a business. I don't know what an LLC is. I still don't know what a title is. Okay, I own 16 businesses today. I'm a partner in 16 companies that produce 150 million a year. I didn't know how to do any of this. Guess what? Nobody knows how to do any of this in the beginning. Bill didn't, Steve didn't, Mark didn't, Elon didn't. Nobody knows any of this. What they don't have that you have, though, is this liability. This is a major liability right here, and it's stacked on top of your eyeballs. And it's the way you grew up. It's the way mom and dad taught you how to think. You don't even know you got programmed, okay? You're not financially literate, by the way. You're financially programmed not to have anything. This is what created the middle class. It's a form of slavery. You don't have because you don't think with abundance and prosperity. You think with scarcity. I got to save my money, okay? What is the savings account going to pay you? I got to put my money in a retirement account. When do you get it? 35 years from now. These are myths. So we got to debunk. We got to debunk, de-brainwash this thinking, okay? So the first thing we covered was, hey, what is the money mindset? So let me just go over now, because I told you it's not just about a mindset. How long is this course, by the way, right here, the mindset course?
That is about an hour, about 90 minutes.
Okay, so what it is we basically take $1 million, and I'm going to show you how many different ways I could do this, okay? How many different ways could I make $1 million? Look, I'm just trying to, don't think about plumbing or dentistry or waiting tables right now. Don't even worry about what the vehicle is. The way I'm going to do it. Don't worry about the how. Just worry about, just let's do some math. Okay?
Find a destination. Where do you want to go?
Yeah, this is about where I want to go, not how I want to get there. I don't care about how. I frankly don't care what I got to do to get this. Okay? Who's got $1 million on planet Earth? Could I find one person on planet Earth? How many believe there's one person on planet Earth that if I had the time to just go around and say, could you give me $1 million? I would find one person on planet Earth that would find me attractive enough to say, here's $1 million.
Facts.
Dude, I got a better chance of getting that than I do winning the lottery. I just got to go find one person, one millionaire. And you're like, okay, dude, okay, wait, I'm tracking you. First of all, you don't need to talk to 8 billion people to find one millionaire. Okay, how many millionaires are on planet Earth?
22 million, I think.
No, that's in the United States. There's 22 million millionaires just in America. So I don't need to talk to 330 million.
56 million.
All I need to do is target 56 million people. 56 million people in America, in the world. I got to find out who's the list, who's on the list. What do I need to tell them? I need to go love them, hug them, hold them, be with them, kill them. I don't know what I got to do, man. I'm just like, I got to service them. What I got to do to be there for them to say, here's $1 million. They're going to give this money to somebody. Trillions and trillions of dollars will be given away. We all know about the story where the guy doesn't give it to his family. He gives it to the cats. Okay? Stupid stuff. Or they don't even have a will, and they give it to no one. It just sits there and they give it to the government. Okay? So I could get one person to give me $1 million. Okay? I could get, how about this? What if I do this? That's one way to get there. I'm doing math now. When you do the math, you don't think about what you're selling or what you have to do for it, okay? By the way, if people thought like this, they wouldn't end up doing jobs they didn't like. You wouldn't have to do degrading stuff to get money. You know, we all know about people that do degrading, terrible stuff just to try to get themselves out of a situation. You don't have to if you understand mindset math. Okay, I'm basically got billion-dollar mindset. This is how the billionaires think. They don't think about, you know, they think about scaling wide, and we're going to talk about scaling, okay? So I could do $1 million one time. I could do 10 people. 10 people would have to give me 100 grand. Shit, that just got easier again. The number of people I have to talk to now got bigger, and I only need 10 of them, okay? 100 people would give me $10,000. Is that right? 100 people? God dang, that just got easy. No product, no service. All I'm doing is putting an email list together saying, hey, man, could you help me with 10K? The Nigerians have been doing this for years. All right, 1,000 people. 1,000 people give me $1,000. Now, look, I could go on and on with this. I could show you pages and pages of where I've sat down and figured out what my pricing on a product or service has to be. This is simply charity right here, okay? Let's see, I could get 10,000 people out of 8 billion. Do that math. You'll be sick of yourself. You'll be like, I only need 10,000 clients divided by 8 billion.
0.0000125. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 zeros.
0.000.
5 zeros, 1, 2, 5.
0.000000125 of the population, okay? Or you could just take wherever you live. I only need 10,000. 10,000 people give me what? How much money do I need now? $100? Is that right? Can that be right?
10,000.
10,000 times 100, what is that?
$1 million. I just did the math.
Yeah, I mean, I got
at
least 100 of those at my house that you can go grab. So okay, how do I do it? Okay, you guys thinking with this right now? Now that's one time. That's one time. But watch what I do here. What if I could get, Jared? You're gonna have to help me here. What if I could get 10,000 people to give me $100, 12 months in a row on a subscription? Okay, that just made $12 million. Okay, did I just get you out of your job? I don't want you to be an insurance salesman right now. I don't want you to be a plumber, contractor, a dental hygienist. I don't want you to be a nurse doing, blood work. Temperature, blood work. I don't want you to even be a social media marketing coach and educator. Most of you coaches never make any money. You guys that write books, you never make any money. You end up with a bunch of books in your garage. You never make any money on them. Okay, I want you to think about the money first before you pick the path. And that was the big thing. I think Pete Vargas is on with us right now. Dude, you guys got to think about, why do the schools not teach you this before they teach you what you should do? Okay? Why? Why not? Literally in 9 days, you'll be through the program, and I'm going to show off this audience of people that are like, bro, I was doing this shit job. This guy spent 9 days, me and my team spent 9 days with you, and literally, I'm on track to make more money in 2023 than I've ever made in my entire life, okay? Now, watch this. If I do this, that's $12 million a year. Now I'm going to pick my vehicle. Hey, what vehicle could do that? What is a $100 product or service? It's $2.50 a week. If you guys take $1 million, okay? By the way, this will put you in the 1% club. This is the 1% club. That's actually the 0.01% club if you make it all the way to here. Probably the point. Yeah, at least the 0.01%. You're in the minute top 1% of all the earners on planet Earth. And we haven't even figured out what you did yet, okay? All right? So do you know if you ever go to Las Vegas and you see that little, when you're playing blackjack and they take, the dealer looks at the card down, if they got a king up or they got an ace up, they got to look at the card below because they're wondering if they got blackjack. The guy that created that gets paid, I think, $50 a day on every table in the world. Okay, there's millions of these tables. Okay, and this is what got me thinking about this scaling idea. Okay, and this is why we put this program on for you guys. We spend literally almost 5 hours talking about money mindset, how many different ways there are to get this, what vehicle. Hey, do the math first. You do the math first, then you pick out a vehicle, okay? And then you figure out how to become passionate about that. If you get good at this, would you be passionate with it? Right? If you knew how to drive this vehicle, okay? So it's first the math. Now, the way the world's teaching you to do things right now is there's like, find your passion first. Most of your passions will never pay you anything. Okay, you want to write this down. 76% of Americans today live paycheck to paycheck. 76% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck. Check this out. 75% of all Americans are disengaged at their job. Okay, the numbers are almost identical.
35% of millionaires don't have enough money to retire.
35% of these people right here don't have enough money to retire. Check this out, okay? Only 3% of all millionaires today are first-generation millionaires. No. Only 3% of all millionaires today inherited their wealth, like maybe Sabrina would, okay? Maybe she gets $1 million. But she's not going to get the rest. Let's keep it real. She might get a little piece, a little tiny piece. She's looking at me weird right now. She's like, what? Okay, because look, she's got to do her own math, right? She's got to pick her own vehicle, and then she's got to get passionate about it. So that was the day one. We just basically wrote down how many different ways you could make $1 million. If you want to make $1 million, okay? Do this math real quick. How much is $1 million? Okay? How much money is that really? This is how much it is. You want to write this down. $1.67 per minute. When I started doing this math, I realized I'm 45 years old when I did this math. I was like, oh my God, I'm in the wrong business, man. Okay? I'm in the wrong business. I cannot do the business I'm in. I was charging a high price for consulting. I'd go work for a company for $5,000 or $10,000 for a day. It was a bunch of money to them. And it was a lot of money to me. I would get on a plane and fly there. I didn't get paid to fly there. I got paid when I got there. I shared my information. They'd pay me $5,000 or $10,000 a day. And then I'd leave and fly all the way back home or to the next gig. Time is money. It was not scalable. Even though I was making a lot of money, I was probably making $600,000 a year. Compared to the rest of my family, I was making a lot of money, okay? I'm like, I need to learn how to make $600,000 a day. Okay? That's how I was thinking when I was 45 years old. I'm done making $600,000 a year. By the way, if you can make $600,000 in a year, your next goal would be to figure out, how do I make that in a month? How do I make it in a week? How do I make it in a day? God did. And then you're going to realize, man, look, man, I got to think different. Okay? If you don't think different, you're going to end up old and beat up in a job that never pays you. They're going to even tell you, okay, this is how people get paid in their lifetime, okay? This is 15 years old, 20 years old, 25 years old, 40 years old, you're earning most of your money. 50 years old, you're probably at the top of your game, and then it all goes down from there. That's how your pay is going to happen. unless you think different, okay? You got kids today earning millions of dollars right here on YouTube. This never happened before. This is probably the greatest time in the history of planet Earth to make money. You do not need to go to a job the way you used to. You actually don't even need to learn an old technical skill like how do I build a boat or a plane or a car or a factory or unions. You don't even need all this stuff that we used to have in the past. It's ancient, dinosauric. The unions protecting you. Why? Because you can't protect yourself. Why is there a teachers union? Why is there a workers union, a labor union? Because you couldn't protect yourself and it made you a slave in the union. And you had to contribute to the union. The union understood how to scale. What's a union? How many people in the union today? Can you pull that up? Millions of people in the union that do what? Pays membership fees to the union. How often? Every
16
month?
million wage and salary workers in 2022 were represented by unions.
16 million unions, okay? 16.
Damn, son. Where'd you
Damn.
find this?
Yeah, and let's say they pay
Google.
$295 a month, $295 a month to be in that union. How much is that?
Typical dues are 2.5 hours of the average wage for a month.
2.5 hours?
Yeah, so if the
2.5
average worker
times 40 bucks.
If the average hour works 50, average
Yeah, it's
works
$100.
Yeah.
So it's $100. So this is $100. See, I'm back to the scaling. So how much money is that a month? A month. Every month, forever, for their lifetime. This is scaling, you understand? But it starts with money mindset. All the wealthy people on planet Earth start with this. They start with the money. But how many times do you hear rich people and successful people tell you, don't start with the money, man. Okay? The money, they're rich already. Don't you understand? Jeff Bezos started with the money. He started with the traffic. He saw all this traffic blowing to the internet. And he knew, man, if I could get that many eyeballs, okay? So number one, most important thing today is the money mindset, all right? It's in this book right here. We covered the information right here. Then the second thing, what's the second most important thing once you do that? Is how do I market to my audience? In my case, my audience is 8 billion. I don't know how big your audience is. Well, let's see here. I'm at Dennis, and I'm in Sioux City, Iowa, and my audience is 55,000 people. Okay, well, good. That's only because you're chasing teeth, right? I wouldn't do that personally. I'd be like, okay, how many dentists are on the planet? How many dentists in the world? Let's say you're the best dentist in Sioux City. See, what I'm trying to do is get this first number as big as possible. The bigger that first number is. Now, it's got to be real, and I got to be able to reach it, right?
188,000.
So there's 188,000. How many people live in Sioux City, Iowa? There's 188,000 dentists. By the way, I don't even know how to floss. So I'm not the dentist.
85,000.
There's 85,000 people that live in Sioux City, but there's 188,000. How many in America?
188,000 dentists in America.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So I just tripled. It's got to be more than that, man.
I mean, according to Google.
That's got to be more than 180,000 dentists, I mean.
So that's a lot.
No, bro, that's
How many dentists?
330
in the
million
US?
people in America.
How many dentists are there in the U.S. in 20? According to Becker's Dental,
That
there are
means there's-
188,000 active dentists.
Okay, so look, while I'm treating these 85,000 people with teeth, okay, I could also create if I'm great at what I do, I could also create something for these other 188,000. Let's say there's 2 million dentists around the world. It's got to
There's
be
870,000.
Where?
I'm sorry, 703,000 globally.
Okay, let's say there's 800,000.
We know they don't have any in the UK, that's for sure.
Okay, why is that? Why, you think English people have bad teeth? Huh? Man, that was terrible, Jared. Okay, so check it out. So like, I just opened my audience up.
Yeah,
okay? I went
baby.
all the dentists in America. Then I went all these people. Now, let's say I'm going to teach these dentists how to be in a good practice. I'm like, look, man, I'm going to show you. I'm going to do a course. The course is $100 or $400. or $1,000 or $4,000, and I'm gonna teach a course on how people could be great at your practice so your practice makes more money. And then you're like, boo, that's cool, dude, but how could I open it up? What's similar to dentist? See, what I'm trying to do right now is I'm trying to scale. I'm trying to scale my business so that the top of my funnel can be as wide as possible. And as I add dentists, I could also add, chiros. Who else could I add, Jared? Help me out here.
Orthodontists.
Orthos, okay, orthos. I could add
Optometrists.
Okay, you get the point, okay?
Audiologists.
Until this funnel comes down here and a handful of these people I am servicing, I'm taking care of, I am helping. Either all by doing their teeth, pulling their teeth, filling their cavities, doing their root canals, cleaning their teeth, or I expand my business so that I can hit bigger numbers. It starts with money mindset. Then it goes to marketing. How do I market myself? How do I tell my story? Do I have my little superheroes? Because this is what I'm going to teach you guys how to do.
Yeah, Johnny's got him.
Give me my little thing, my clicker back. Okay, so number one, we want to get you the superpowers of being unbreakable. Dude, those look good, man. I like these people. Let me see, Johnny, go back. Let me see my unbreakable. Unbreakable, yeah. The money. This is the mindset. Dude, how do you think? How do you think about money? How do you think about people? How do you think about possibility? How do you think about opportunity? How do you think about abundance? If I took you through the test, Johnny, if I took you through the test on money mindset, I'll bet you most of you right now would fail this test. You do not think big enough. Okay? How much is Netflix?
I think it's like 15 or 20 bucks a month.
If you have one of those apps, if you downloaded that service that gets rid of apps you're not using, you have a prosperity, affluence, money mindset issue. If you save your money, you have a money mindset issue. You're like, what are you talking about, bro? Don't I want to save money? No, you do not want to save money. You want to reinvest the money in scaling so you don't have to worry about money. Your money should be coming in from multiple sources. You should have money coming in from, okay, this is Grant Cardone, okay? 12 years ago, I had money coming in from, I had a business. This was my business. I was working. This was my job. I was working in it. Boom, I had money coming in. Then I had a partnership right here. This was called Cardone Group, okay? Had a little bit of money coming in. Then I had my real estate and a little bit of money coming in from that. I had three sources. Now, what happened in 2008, this business got slaughtered, this business got slaughtered, and this business kept carrying me through. It's multiple sources of income, okay? For you to have multiple flows of income like millionaires and billionaires do, hundreds and hundreds of flows, okay? Anybody can have this, by the way. Doesn't matter if you're in poverty today, you're on a street corner. You just need to change this. And then we need to figure out how to market yourself different in the marketplace. How do I use YouTube? Notice how many resources I have today that I didn't have. YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, okay, watch this. Twitter's fantastic right now, by the way. My daughter's going to be doing a Twitter Spaces at 4 o'clock today if you want to join her. YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. What else we got? We got TikTok. Might not be around forever. What else we got? Alan, help me out here.
Truth.
We got Truth.
Rumble.
We got Rumble. We got Instagram. We got Pinterest.
ChatGPT.
Okay, now watch this. We got Shorts. We got Longs. We got Reels. We got Stories. Reels
Lives.
and Stories.
Lives.
TikTok Spaces. We got lives on all these. We got the audio apps now. We got billboards. We got news. We got TV.
Substack.
We got cable. We got articles. Fuck you. We got articles. Okay. You got interviews. You got late night TV. You got 4 o'clock in the morning TV that you can buy for nothing. We should be, by the way. We should be buying this TV. You know? You guys know the My Pillow guy? Yeah, everybody knows the My Pillow guy. You don't know his name, but you know him. He told me in an interview, he says, I buy every single open slot on TV in the morning. I'm like, bro, who's watching TV in the morning? Somebody is. I'm like, damn, dude, you're thinking different than I was. He's thinking big. He's thinking I spend $10 on an ad. Me and Russell Brunson were talking. Grant, I spend $10 on an ad and I make $30. Okay? Does it work? It works. Okay? Third thing we talked about, we spent all day talking about, okay, how do I now take these platforms and build out landing pages? Build out a landing page, okay? Not a website. I want to save you guys some money. A website's going to cost you what? 10 grand?
In weeks.
10 grand. It'll take you months to fix it. Then it's going to cost you another probably $1,500 a month to service it and keep it up to date. I don't want you to do that. I want you to build a landing page. This takes how long? What? 2 hours? Hour and a half? 40 minutes?
If you have somebody that's good like Ricky, 45 minutes max.
45 minutes takes you 45 minutes and it'll cost you $100. This landing page is where people go and actually make a sale. You don't make the sale, they make the sale. They're like ding, ding, ding. If you go right now, grantcardone.com/system, okay? That's a landing page,
Yep,
right?
yep.
If I go to grantcardone.com/, just watch how easy this is. Let's see, go in there. Is the credit laid out? Is the credit in there?
Rhett was adding it back in. We thought we were going to remove it, but you did what you do and you threw it in, man.
So that's why some of you didn't see it. GrantCardone.com. They're just adding the credit in there right now. GrantCardone.com/system. I have hundreds of these. I'll bet you we have thousands now. You think? Thousands of landing pages. Everything's GrantCardone.com/. If I was doing cameras, GrantCardone.com/camera. Virtual ticket. Grant Cardone. If you go to grantcardone.com/virtual, you're going to see a $1,000 virtual ticket there. I'm giving you guys a virtual ticket right now, okay? Let me show you. Jared just pulled it up. So it looks like this. When you get there, I don't know if you could pull in on this, Johnny. Do I need to slant it down a little bit? Or Johnny, why don't you just put it on your screen? You going to put it on your screen? GrantCardone.com. And then it says, fill out your information below the Unbreakable Business System. After this 7-day program, you will have the entire 2023 Unbreakable Business Plan on the 5 most vital areas of your life. That's a lifetime. You own the program for lifetime. I have never, ever sold any of these programs ever before on the internet. So the things you got to get together are what? The page, then what you're going to put on the page. Certainly you got to have the information here, but this should be the stuff you already know how to do. If you guys are going to teach courses, we know how to do this, okay? Like there's a lot of intelligence, years of knowing how to do this, okay? And then the whole time you're doing it, like I just got to keep my money mindset that I can reach enough people that actually want to do this with me, okay? So then we fill out what it is, everything below, I fill in my name.
Select your payment plan.
See, if you walk through this, you'll see everything you need. Let me put my number in. Do I need dashes?
No.
Okay, select your product. What do I select my product?
Select which one you want.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna take the one payment.
Yeah, one payment.
Then I got to put my credit card in, okay? And that's your form, right? And also it goes over everything over here. So you can literally take this, mock this up. Money mindset, $9.97 value, okay? Marketing system, $9.97. Communication system, $9.97. Sales system. You can buy these independent. I don't know why you would, but because you need them all. The sales system, $9.97. The scaling system, $9.97. I hadn't talked about scaling. Then you get the coaching sessions, the virtual access. Russell Brunson threw in his program. Mm-hmm. What is that?
Funnelology. It's basically how to get started building funnels.
Yeah. So I did
those landing pages that we.
Johnny, you have that video of me and Russell Brunson? I did this funnel with Russell Brunson. Guys, I know nothing about funnels. Okay, I'm just telling you. I don't know about landing pages. I don't know anything about technology. I've never coded anything in my life. I wouldn't know where to start with a code. But this is what I do know. Okay, I know how many people I need to reach to hit my targets this year. Mm-hmm. That's all I need to know. How many people do I need to hit? This is all about people. This is not about money. It's about people. Who? Okay, who? And money. Who is money, by the way? The more people you know, the more money you're going to have. Okay? Now, number one, can I get the attention from these people? I'm going to break this down into very simple Louisiana terms. People, how do I get the attention of the people, by the way? Attention equals money. The more attention you get Watch this video right now. Johnny's getting ready to show you, okay? This actually happened. This is a real, actual, reality
It
situation.
was from Miami to Chicago.
Took a plane from Miami to Chicago. That was my plane. Tell me when, Johnny.
And it's live. And we're live on Instagram.
Doing good. You crushed that page. Quick. All right, so the first page Grant's finished building is to sell the book. Now we're moving on to page number 2 in the funnel. So the second page, after they bought the book, then we're going to be talking about the actual 10X experience. Get a ticket to GrowthCon 3.
Hey, thank you so much for ordering the book. It's on its way as I speak. And I don't want you just to read the book. That's going to be awesome for you, but I want you to become part of the 10X movement. Pretty easy, man. We making sales yet?
All right, so now if they say no to that, then it takes them to the downsell page. This is where maybe they could have come to the event.
Yeah.
So instead of downselling just the recording, so they don't miss out on that.
So look, you're passing on the event. Could be 2 or 3 different reasons. You don't like to travel. You don't like to leave home. You don't have the time. What I do want to do, however, even if you can't be at the event, is I want to catch you up in the comfort of your home. I'm going to give you a recording, almost 10 hours of content to last year's event so that you get caught up.
Plug that video right here on this page. Use funnels to build lists of customers, potential customers.
Do you help people build the hook?
Yeah, a lot of our training stuff shows that, like how to find the right hook.
It's the easiest thing I've ever done, actually. I'm getting rid of everybody in my office.
Because the funnel is just one-on-one selling without you there. You're just pulling yourself out. All right, and then the last page, we just thank them for their order, and then tell them to invest in Cardone Capital. So that'll be the last page of the funnel, and then that's it.
Then you go to Cardone Capital?
Might as well.
Before you go, one last thing, all right? The number one question people ask me when they're working with me is, how do I get to that first 7 figures? How do I get to that first 2 comma club?
Yeah, okay, so you get the point, right? That actually happened. I don't, what did that produce, Jared? What, that one video?
About 12 million in total.
$12 million. Okay, now, that's great for me, right? Oh, Grant, you're so good. You the man, you the man. I didn't come here on a Sunday to talk about how good I am. I'm here on Sunday to talk about how you can get your family in this situation. Why would I do that? You guys doing this doesn't hurt me. How does it hurt me? Because you do it. You think it takes money out of my pocket? I cannot reach 8 billion people. I don't speak Spanish. I don't speak Ukraine. I don't speak Russian. I don't speak Chinese. I don't speak Spanish for Portugal. I don't speak Cuban. I don't speak Colombian. Like, there's all these variations. I'm not a woman. I'm 64 years old. Some of you guys are 16 years old, 26 years old, 36 years old. Dude, I'm a real estate guy. I know sales and marketing, okay? And I know enough to know I got to get this right first, okay? You guys don't get this right first, none of this is going to happen. I'll tell you how dumb we all are, okay? Remember that thing I was talking about, all the things that you can do here? Truth Social. It's a political, it's Donald Trump's thing. Nobody's on it. I don't even know if you should be on it, okay? All these are different distribution platforms for information where you get your marketing message out that none of you are on. I'll bet you most of you are on 1 or 2 of these at best, and you're barely on them, okay? See this one right here? Where did I put? Oh, billboards, news, like Fox News or CNN. Those are channels. CNBC, MSNBC. All you guys bragging, I don't watch the news anymore. You shouldn't watch the news. You should use the news, okay? Cable, articles. Guess what I left off? Magazines. Do you know how much people still love magazines today? Okay, people, I watch them. You go into the dentist's office, chiropractor office, people pick up the magazine, they start looking at it. People love pictures. So we got our first magazine coming out, 10X World, okay? There's no sponsors in here except for my company. All of it completely, huh?
I have an article in it.
And Sabrina's got an article in it.
I wrote it myself.
Sabrina wrote the article. Come tell him, Sabrina. Look at this magazine, dude. This just came out. Man, it's fantastic.
Get close to his mic.
Okay. Look.
Yeah, I wrote one of the articles in here. And it's cool to see it in
Yeah, 10X World. It's a beautiful magazine. You want to see it? Have you read it yet?
Yeah, I just read it.
Yeah. So look, this is part of her. She's part of my family. She's part of my. She makes me unbreakable. Okay. When the family's together, see, 10X Kids.
Thanks, kids.
We work together.
That's so
Okay.
fun.
We just finished the whole week working on a TV show together, right?
We just finished shooting the last episode of our TV show.
And right now we're working on her speech for 10X Growth Conference. Okay, so like my kids are paid. We pay them. They work at the company. Now some of you think that that's wrong, but I don't think it's wrong. I'm like, it's legal. She needs to learn how to work. She wants to work, right?
Yeah.
I didn't make you do it, did I?
No.
Tell them the truth. Tell them the truth. Yes.
I'll tell you the truth.
Okay.
You made me.
So look, when you have the whole family, my wife's in Brazil right now speaking to 10,000 people in Brazil, man. That's part of what we're doing. My daughter's flying back in today. My other daughter's flying back in. She's doing some work on herself right now, becoming a better, stronger, faster individual. So we're
Breakable.
Breakable. Okay, thanks, Jim. Okay, all right. So these are distribution, okay? This is all part of marketing. This is what I've learned, like, if I'm not the best in the world at marketing, I mean, I don't know how many people are any better at it. Now, there's some guys out there that do some great stuff, and I learn from them. This thing right here, this is money right here. Marketing is, if you want to be great, if you want to be great in business, if you want to make your family unbreakable, you guys got to learn this thing. Forbes called me the #1 marketer in the world. I don't know if that's true or not. I can tell you this. I've raised $1 billion over the internet for Cardone Capital, and we spent $14,000 in advertising. That's what we spent last year in advertising. We raised $325 in 1 year last year, and we've raised $1 billion. It's unheard of. This has never happened before. We also sell another $155 million worth of products and services over the internet every year using the exact system that I told you about earlier, about where we basically give away our offer to a handful of people and use that to then sell this program to lots of people at a higher price later. Again, a number of you asking, how do you get the system? GrantCardone.com/system. I'm going to give you a 100% credit. There's a 3-pay option. You can pay one time, or you can pay 3 payments. What?
7-pay.
Oh, you got a 7-pay?
Yeah, they get started for as little as $197.
Where's the 7-pay at? I hadn't seen the 7-pay. Nobody told me about that.
That's a tricky. That's the
Dude,
bad.
where do you? I didn't see the 7-pay.
It's on the page.
Okay. For all you guys,
$197.
okay, all you got, and we're going to give you the 10X Kids book. We're going to give you the 10X Rules signed by Grant Cardone himself. That's me. You get the entire system, the curriculum, the coaching. You get to keep the program for life, and you get to come to the 10X Growth Conference in a private group, and that's on February 14th. This is right around the corner. This is going to come off tonight at 6 o'clock. It's over with. You'll never be able to buy this again for this offer or with these payments. And I'm going to give you a 100% credit at my store and a 100% money back guarantee.
30 days.
Over 30 days. You got 30 days to try the entire program, including the 10X Growth Conference. No questions asked. 0 risk. GrantCardone.com/system. GrantCardone.com/system. Look, once you got the marketing, okay, then what happens? Now, dude, I need a number of people who wants to give me money for the thing, the offer that I have. Now, the bigger, the wider the offer is, the lower the price could be. I could literally have a $1 product. I could have $1 a month, $1 a week. I could have, like, there's so many different ways to cut this up. But you got to get attention for the offer. The offer could be, by the way, you want to give people money, you would still have to get attention to pull that off. We tested that here, by the way. Okay? Okay. Three, Johnny, did that mess you up? Okay? Okay, how do I convert people once I get attention? How do I convert the interest, the attention into the dollars? Okay? Then the last thing, this is how I'm converting people. Through text messaging, chat, online, talking to people over the phone. This how am I like getting people that are resistant? Remember what I said? A very small percentage of people. By the way, congratulations to everybody who already took advantage of this offer. Hundreds of you guys took advantage of the offer. I didn't even pitch it. You're just smart enough to say, dude, I want it. Okay? I missed it, and I want to get this thing, and the offer's ridiculous. This is where you convert with an offer that's so dumb that everybody's like, I got it, I get it, I'll do it, let's go. Most of this marketing, by the way, on number 2 is set up so that they take advantage of the offer, okay? Marketing is what builds trust, not the offer itself. You guys understand? Yeah, I can do the credit. I'm just doing stupid stuff now. Here's a credit at my store. Why? Because I want the relationship to be sticky. I read a book years ago called Made to Stick. Made to Stick. And I'm like, it made me really think about, okay, how do I get my customer to stick to me? Okay, stick. They want to keep doing business with me. Well, last year we sent out $50 million to our investors. They're pretty sticky. Very few people say, hey, man, I don't want you to send me money every month. I sent $50 million out to our investors. Kind of hard for people to get away from you when you're sending them $1,000 every month. Okay? Now, how do I get you sticky? Okay? You buy a product from me, you use it. Maybe you only half use it. Maybe you only half remember it, half learn it. You're distracted. You got life coming in, and then boom, I give you my conference in 9 days, and you get a little more pulled in, right? And then I remind you, hey, bro, you got a 9987 credit to come to our boot camp. Okay, we do 6 boot camps a year. They're a 3-day boot camp. You can come for free, just use your credit. Oh, you can come to my real estate event. You got a picture of the real estate event? 2,000 people show up 3 times a year, Scottsdale and Miami, to come learn from me how to buy real estate the way I have. Guess what? You can use your credit for that. You don't have to pay for it. You just go to my store, you got a 997 credit there, bang, you're like, hey, I want to use that to buy a ticket to come to the real estate conference and learn the real estate game from you. Do we have the bubble, Johnny? You got the bubble? I'm going to need it in a second, okay? Let's say that you want to come really learn sales because you're a sales manager and you want to train a team. You come to our 2-day boot camp here in Miami or Scottsdale. We do 8 of those a year. Like literally every 2 months we're doing one. And you come in for 2 days and we literally role play with you, the manager, or your best salesperson, or your worst salesperson. You can send your staff here because you got a credit of $9.97 at the store, okay? All right? So now, what are we going to do now? We're going to take this. Now, once I convert it, I got to scale this thing. How do I start scaling this thing? Brandon Dawson is my partner in a company that we started 3 years ago. The guy's a scaling expert. And I had Brandon put together a program where you actually start learning how to go from 1 customer, 10, from 10 to 100, 100 to 1,000, 1,000 to 10,000. You don't even need a budget to do this. But you do need to know, hey, who am I going to need? Okay? Who am I going to need in my company to organize when I start trying to send out 100 widgets? Okay? Now, Brandon is the one that helped me, if you guys have been watching me for any period of time, literally scale my businesses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9, 12, what is that? 15, 16. There's 16 companies right there on that piece of paper, and we added another 8 that you don't see. So that's what I want to help you with this year. That's what we spent 5 days going over. Program is fantastic. This is what you have to learn to become unbreakable, okay? How do you get multiple sources of income? If you want to be unbreakable, when things are going bad, are you going to be the person, the hero in your family, when the world's going to shit, okay? They're going to bring back another COVID round. They're trying to bring the Omicron back and scare you, okay? They're going to bring the spy balloon over and scare you with that, okay? Then they're going to bring inflation back. Then they're going to talk about World War III. They're going to keep bringing stuff at you to keep seeing if they can break you. Well, they ain't breaking me, ladies and gentlemen. They're not going to break my family down. They're not going to break my marriage up, okay? They're not going to break my mental fortitude. So you got to have, and if you don't want to get broken, you got to get, number 1, the unbreakable mindset, okay? Second thing you need to get is you need to get unbreakable marketing. I'll show you exactly how to do this so you can scream from the mountaintops and people buy your product. Third thing you got to get is how do you communicate to the world in a way that they listen to you and hear you, okay? How do you become unbreakable at sales? How do you become unbreakable at sales, right? How do you start making those extra sales? Not the easy ones, but how do you start converting the next 62? Okay? And then lastly, how do you scale this so that you become, see, this needs to be the Marvel comics right here, Johnny.
This is kind of,
The
See,
Superman. The Avengers.
The
Avengers.
How do you become the Avengers?
Yeah, that's
How do you become unbreakable? How does your community become unbreakable? How does everybody in your community become generational wealth builders?
Superheroes, man. Look, there's a lot of bad news everywhere, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, it's everywhere. It's abundant amounts of conspiracy theories, problems, situations, car wrecks, crazy people, fake news, political stuff. It ain't going to go away. They're going to keep hitting you with it. They're trying to keep you breakable. They're trying to make you small. They're trying to keep you worried. They want you to save your money. They want you to trust your money with them. They want you scared. I don't. I want you unbreakable. So we put this together for you, okay? Again, Unbreakable Business System, GrantCardone.com/system. It's in red. We're going to literally take this down. It's 2:30. We're going to take this down in 33 minutes. So just put a clock on it. 33 minutes. It'll be gone. There's a one payoff option of $9.97 that saves you like $400. If you can do that, that's what I would do. If you need to do the 3-pay or the 7-pay option, take advantage of it, but get involved. We start tomorrow. Our first training is tomorrow. I put this on because so many of you missed. You missed the 5 days. I'm sorry you missed it. But I wanted to come in today and just kind of give you a revamp of what we covered. First, your head. Do the math. $1 million, $10 million, $100 million, $1 billion. Now, once you do the math, trust me, your community, the people around you, all you got to do is go do this test, okay? Leave here and say, hey, guys, I'm going to make $1 million this year, and I'm going to join the 1% club. Go share that with the community, the people that you live with right now. Just leave this and walk over there to your girlfriend or your boyfriend or your mom. Call your mom or dad and say, hey, man, I'm going to become a millionaire this year, Mom. I'm going to join the 1% club. Okay? You guys are like, oh, my mind's ready. Yeah, but your mama's mind ain't ready. Your daddy's mind ain't ready. Your cousin, your uncle, your brother, the person you sleep with, they still strapped down to poverty. If you're surrounded by poverty, you will end up in poverty. You understand? We got to literally change your mind, and then I got to surround you with a community of people that have the same mindset that I have. Because if you're not surrounded with people that think like you, guess what? You're going to start thinking like them again. Because there's more of them than there are you.